Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Brad Keselowski's 2015 Miller Lite Ford. Let's take a quick look at the box. Your typical generic Brad Keselowski box. Got a picture of Brad right there. Brad Keselowski, number 2, Team Penske. Brad Keselowski, another picture of Brad. They made a total of 1,801 of these things. Number 2, Team Penske, same stuff you would expect by now. Back when they were doing the golden ticket, all that good stuff. Let's get down to the car itself, and it is the white paint scheme that people expect by now. It did change a little bit from the first year it ran. This was the second year it ran. You know, the first year was gold border around the bottom, and it had some hops and stuff throughout the car. So they ended up, simplifying a little bit for their 25th anniversary. Which I wish they would have just gone full 25th anniversary, but it did make me like this car a little more once I realized what they were doing, that it's basically like a reverse, or not a reverse, whatever you want to call it, of the Miller Genuine Draft original paint scheme. Like, this follows the exact, just change the white to black and the blue to gold, and boom, you have the Miller Genuine Draft car. So, that really made me like it a little more than I initially thought. Well, let's do a quick 360 of the car, as usual. This was also strangely the first year that the Miller car never won a race. He won a race, but it was in the Worth car. Like, pretty much since after Rusty Wallace retired, the Miller standard paint scheme has gone to victory lane every single year except this year. So, that was kind of strange. It seemed like an off year for Brad. I really don't know what was his problem that year, but he just won Auto Club based on like some strategy. He didn't really win it on anything fancy, but who knows. Let's get down to sponsors. On the hood is Miller Lite, Shell Pennzoil, Ford Fusion number 2. Down the side you have Lite, you got Alliance Truck Parts, Snap-on, Discount Tire, and SKF. Nothing on the C post. On the B post you have Ford, PPG, Mazak, and Safety Clean. On the back you have It's Miller Time. Wish the Miller Lite 25th anniversary logo would be on these cars, because this is kind of part of the set. If you want like the Miller 25th anniversary set, you're going to have to get the standard and the 3 retros. So that's a shame this was before they really announced that, so it didn't really have it. On the deck lid you have Worth. This is number 1,244. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Take a look under the hood if it wants to stay open. See, that says powered by Ford and Miller Lite. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Take a look under the deck lid. You get your typical fuel cell and such back there. The roof flaps do in fact open. And there's the underside of the car, if you want to see that. Like I said, this is really, some people really just want the blue back, some people don't really like the white. I like the white initially, and I did think it is kind of cool, but I really wish they would kind of maybe like bounce back and forth, maybe between like night and day races. On the blue one for most of the time, but then on the white one at night, or something, I don't know. But here it is next to the 1/64 scale if you want to see that. I was never too much of a fan of adding Miller back to the hood like they did on these cars, because, it just said Lite in 2014 and it said Lite the next couple years, so I just was never a fan of that, like, random little Miller logo just pasted on there. But I do like the white car. And like I said, the fact that it's kind of like fits the Miller Genuine Draft paint scheme kind of made me like this car a little more, because I think that's a really cool way to do the 25th anniversary. But then they kept it for 2016, and 2017's is like basically the same, but it now has a gold and a red stripe on the bottom for some reason. So they went from gold to red to red to red and gold. Who knows? They seem to know that there's a lot of interest in bringing the blue deuce back, so maybe it'll happen someday, but who knows? If you want this car, it's a little bit hard to get. For some reason, the Miller standards do kind of disappear a little bit every year, but it's not too expensive if you want it. But I think that's all there's to say. This has been a review of Brad Keselowski's 2015 Miller Lite Ford. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.